Hi there. This is an update about my travel book. Now, if you're seeing this on YouTube and you have no idea who I am or what this is about, no problem. I will fill you in on that. If you're seeing this on my website, then you probably have some idea what this is. My name is David Munson, and I am an American who has been living in Japan for about 10 and a half years now, almost, which is crazy. And I am writing a travel book for Japan, for people visiting Japan. And this is a self assignment sort of thing, a self published sort of thing, probably. Although, if you happen to work for a big publisher or know anybody who does who would like this thing, just please let me know. But the to give you a sense, the working title, I doubt it'll be the final title of the book, is How to Have a Totally Fun and Interesting Trip to Japan While Being a Good Guest and Hopefully Not Making an Ass of Yourself Inadvertently. Basically, the aim of the book is to help people do a better job of planning their trips, enjoying their trips while they are in Japan, and even how to do what you do in such a way that you're going to wind up with better memories by which to remember your trip to Japan. It's based on my own travel experience and the experience of helping lots of other people who have been visiting Japan, observing the troubles that they've run into and things like this. Now, originally, when I launched this project better part of a year ago, my aim was to just power through and get this thing finished by the end of the first quarter of 2025. Clearly, that has not happened. And, this deadline that I set for myself, it was an ambitious deadline, but ultimately, I've kind of had to retool how I think about the whole project because I want this thing to be good. It's not going to be perfect, of course, but I want to be at least moderately satisfied with it. And I kind of got to a point with writing when I realized that I'd kind of gotten off track in a number of ways. And I took probably about 20,000 words that I had written for this and mothballed it because it did not really reflect what I wanted this book to be about. And since then, I've been kind of reorganizing. I have been writing and trying to figure out how exactly do I make this thing what I want it to be, because it's not going to be a traditional travel book. Part of the motivation behind this book is a frustration with so much of the media that I see related to travel in Japan, and especially the complete crap that you see coming from all of these influencers who, a lot of the time, they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And you follow what they tell you to do, and you're not going to have a good time. You're going to run into a lot of problems, and you're going to miss out on a lot. And I that stinks. I want that. I want you to be able to avoid that. I want you to have a good time when you come to Japan. And I don't want you to feel like you're going to have to just go to all the same places that everybody else goes, which is what most people visiting Japan end up doing. Everybody's reading the same articles, everybody is following the same influencers, they're going to all the same places. And not only is it formulaic and predictable and dull, you end up missing out on so much of what makes Japan great. I've been living in Japan for quite a while now, and I came here for a reason, and I love living here for a reason. And before that, I loved traveling in Japan for a reason. And it's because I love Japan. Japan is great. There's so much good stuff here. And it drives me crazy when most people visit Japan. It's just the same recycled crap. And I want to help people escape that trap. And so this is still a live project, this book of mine. It is still going. Clearly, I've run into some problems along the way, but fortunately, having run into those problems, I am now able to better understand what I'm trying to do with it, much clearer than when I started this project. And I've also realized the areas in which I've kind of gotten stuck and why. One thing that I've realized that I've got to do in order to write this book in a way that's going to yield something really nice, is that I've got to kind of reconnect with, remember the enthusiasm that I had when I came here as a tourist and when I first moved here before working life as an English teacher kind of got me down. That sincere enthusiasm, that was a wonderful thing. And when you're operating in that state of mind, it really opens you up to a lot of possibilities for what you can notice, to what you can enjoy. I find it frustrating that I've kind of let frustration with life in general kind of get in the way of that, because it's not like I love Japan any less. It's not like the things that I love about Japan have diminished in any way, not at all. And so I've realized that I've got to kind of work to counter my own curmudgeonly nature so that I can better offer people insights that are actually going to be helpful. Because, most people visiting Japan are not frustrated with their lives here like I have been to some extent. So I've realized that I gotta get that out of the way. And so as of late summer 2025, I am back on track with this book. I'm not sure when it's going to be done. And I'm at some point in the next few months, I would like to set a new goal for when this project will draw to a close. But at very least, I can say it is back on track, and I am confident that this is going to be something worth finishing and worth reading. And if this is something that sounds like it might be of interest to you, please go to my website, davidwroteabook.com. There's information there on how you can support the project. For like a $10 buy-in, you get everything. You get the book when it comes out, the ebook. There will be an audiobook. And in the meantime, I will probably be putting out some Japan-related zines as well. There's already one there, and you get access to all that stuff if you support the project. So that's it. This is my update / introduction to the project, depending on who you are and where you're seeing this video. So thanks for watching. There will be more updates soon, much more reliably than in the past. Thanks for watching. And please check out the book project if you haven't already. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, links to everything in the description below. Thanks.